Welcome, welcome, welcome back, you beautiful people. Welcome back to Shanny Talk. It is Wednesday. Not my typical day to be recording, but I gotta catch up. I gotta catch up. I gotta be on my shit. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That wasn't it, but we're getting there. One of my coworkers once told me during a meeting that I had the most perfect bun, and she reiterated it again at one point like a couple weeks ago, and I was like, "Girl, what, 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 what bun are you looking at? Because it ain't these ones." I literally put 5 buns in before I started recording this video. 5 separate ones, 5 separate ones, and I used my clip, and it just wasn't. So here we are. Here we are. This video, I want to thank Rebecca for your comment and for your suggestion for this part of the week's topic, because I'm going to be recording again later this coming weekend. I won't be in my normal city, so that'll be exciting. Woo! But this topic is talking about letting go. And this person requested to talk about letting go of like traumas and bad energy. And I'm going to be the first one to admit that I am not an expert on this, because I unfortunately do carry a lot of shit that I don't need to, especially negative stuff. And so I feel like I really try my best to not let myself sit in those types of like moods and energies and like thought, realms. But I also think it is really difficult to navigate, I guess. I don't know what the right word would be. But I mean, the universe loves me and everything works out for me, and I'm super lucky because yesterday I picked a random Queen Herbie podcast video. I was doing a little workout at home and I just picked one to listen to. It's like I don't remember what number it was, 27 or something, and she's got so many out. But I was just scrolling through and it was the topic of letting go. And I just was like, what? Oh my God. And I feel like this is something that I personally have been really trying to work on in my own life, because I have some built up resentment and some built up anger towards some shit. And like, I don't know, like, I think it's very fitting because the last couple weeks I've just been like, bro, like, you need to move on. You need to let this shit go. Like, you can't still be mad about these same things. You know what I mean? And I think that that's like my problem, is that I'm just like holding on to it. I can't let it go. And it's just like, for what? For what? So, the first thing I'm going to talk about is kind of like the topic of the podcast that I watched yesterday. It's the House of Herbie podcast. But part of it's going to be that, and then the other part of it is going to be, like always, how my friends and family and followers and people that, are strangers to me on the internet and shit like that. I mean, most of y'all are not strangers. I think I know every single one of y'all, but what other people do, to let go. And like I said, I was like doing this not in my normal spot, not on my normal time. So I was like taking all these frantic notes and everything like that. So if it's a little messy, you know why? Because that's me. That's my life. I need to get a new couch situation because like this is a fake. This is fake. Look at this weird little couch I sit on. This is a setup, you guys. You're seeing behind the scenes. Anyways, nice couch. So she talked about this book. I haven't gotten it yet because I literally just heard about it yesterday, but I do think I'm going to get it because I do think that I could really benefit from the actual reading and the practice of this book versus just the highlights that I'm about to give you. But so basically this is based upon a book that they've read. It's called Letting Go. It's by the author David Hawkins. So if anybody wants to look that up, anyone wants to check it out, I don't recommend it yet because I haven't read it, but I think I will recommend it once I do read it soon. But so one of the first things is just to like physically let go. To physically let it go. And this can be, they explain in so many different ways how you can do this. You could cry, you could laugh, you could scream, you could, punch stuff, whatever. But one really big thing too that they said was to heavy sigh. So I'm going to take a moment here right now to heavy sigh, and I'd love for you to join along with me. But yeah, just really deep in through your nose, deep out through your mouth, and just feel that breath like being released. So we're going to go. 3, 2, 1. It's so silly, but like I do feel a little lighter, like a little less, It's so silly. Oh my god, I'm like so hot. I've never recorded this late, and like the sun is beaming into this window behind the camera, and not really this window, but there's this light and the light from the thing. I was like, your girl's sweating. Your girl's warm. Emotions are just energy in motion, people. And I'm going to tell you that until I'm blue in the face, until I'm dead, because it's just like, it's so easy to say, just let it go, just let it go, just let it go. And it is. And I'm going to talk about all this shit right now here, but like, just let it go, let it flow. Whatever that emotion is going to be, emotion is energy in motion. That's it. That's it. Energy is not created, it's not destroyed. It just is a cycle of energy. Oh my god, I feel like I almost just got whiplash just trying to cycle like that. Holy crap. But like, it's just let it out, bro. Just let it out. My partner was telling me a couple weeks ago, he said, I feel like you just get so angry. You get so angry and then you get over it. And I told him, yeah. Yeah, I do that. Yeah. And he's like, I just don't get it. I just don't understand. I don't understand how you could just let it go. And I'm just like, because I feel that energy. I feel the energy and I do whatever it takes to release it. And it's way easier said than done, but you gotta let that shit go, my friend. You gotta let it go. So she says, they're talking about in this video, it's so easy. Just let it go. Just let it go. It's fine. Just let it go. Yeah, bitch, but I can't. It's important to me. It's important to me and it hurt me and it upset me and I'm not going to let it go. And you're not wrong to have those things. You know what I mean? But they say that you have to let go of the attachments that you have. And that's the problem. We don't want to let go because we're so attached to these things. They say letting go is like a croissant. Okay? So if you've ever had a croissant or you've seen a croissant, there's a bunch of layers. It's like a Shrek. It's like an ogre. It's like onions. It's layers. It's layers. If you've ever cut into an onion, you cut one layer and then there's still 20, 30 layers underneath. And that's way exaggerated. There's not that many layers, but it's different layers. So she said from the book, there's 3 steps you have to take to let things go. Okay, and here's the 3 steps. The first step is think of the situation and the feeling that you get and find that feeling. Find the feeling. Upset, happy, sad, whatever it's going to be. Angry, regretful, that's not the word. Maybe regret, I don't know. Whatever. Find the feeling. Find the feeling. The second step is to locate inside of your body where that feeling is. Where are you feeling it at? In your gut? In your back? In your stomach? In your heart? In your lungs? In your legs? In your feet? Where's the feeling at? And then the third step is to sit with it until it dissipates. And it's kind of silly because it's just like, it sounds so simple. Like, okay, think about what upsets me, find where it finds in my body, and then just sit with it until it goes away. What's that going to help? But they say it's just like a little bit, little by little. They say journal, track your progress, because you're always going to feel like, man, I'm not doing anything. And then you're going to read a journal entry from a year ago and be like, oh shit, I'm doing so much better than I thought I was. Oh my God. They say a really good way to help kind of let this go is to imagine that it's something like toxic in your body. So like they say this about like showering too. Like you can use this as like a meditation practice, where you like clean away the bad day. They say wash the bad day away, scrub that bad day off of you, and watch it pour off of you into the drain. And they say like imagine you painted your body. You know, you had body paint, full body paint, everything's painted, and you're in the shower just cleaning yourself, clean yourself, clean yourself. Like you know it's still there. Do a thorough clean, it will go. You know. And that's what they say, kind of the same thing. They say, like, if you breathe it out, you can, like, imagine it coming out of your breath or, you know, whatever it's going to be. But one thing is, too, is that we need to be really nice to ourselves and be really nice to others because that energy radiates. And, you know, like, it's like the golden rule, you know, treat people how you want to be treated and blah, 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 blah. But, like, that's not always the easiest case. You know what I mean? People are assholes. People treat you like shit. You want to get revenge. You don't want to feel this way. And yeah, you're right. You shouldn't. But also, like, it's not, I don't know, like, it's not good for you. It's not healthy for you to carry all this in your body. And I think that that's something that I've realized, especially just in this last week, where I'm like, just trying to let go of so much anger that I'm carrying, so much resentment and just, just fucking fury that I have. And I feel better. So annoying. Like, brain, why? Come on, brain, what the hell? But so, sorry, there's a lot of notes here, a lot of scribbles. They were talking about like a scientific study, you know, that it helps us prove that like our intentions and our energy and the words that we speak to ourselves like make better shit happening. You know what I mean? So like they said that they did this study, it was a Japanese study, and the scientists, they spoke into different things of water. I want like a bowl of water, I don't know what it was. And then one of them, they said, you know, I love you, I love you, I love you, you're so beautiful, you're so amazing, I love you, I love you, I love you. And the other one, they tell you, I hate you, you're so terrible, you suck, blah, 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 blah. And then they froze the water. After they froze it, they said that the way that they looked under the microscopes was entirely different. So that the one that was like, I love you, I love you, I love you, had these beautiful like geometric patterns and it was super pretty and super nice. And the one that was like, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, had like shards and it almost looked like violent and it looked like irregular and like creepy and shit like that. And so it's just like, it is true. Like the words that you speak into yourself, the words you speak into your life, like it manifests all the way, you know, through and through. And so it's just like, it's so important to be kind to yourself, to love yourself, and to be kind to others. They say that your trauma is things that were deposited into you, and those aren't your fault, but it is our responsibility to remove them, and it is our fault when we don't remove those. So it's things like when you're with somebody who's always just so negative, talking negative about you, talking negative about them, like that is what's going to come. That's what's going to come. When you speak like positively and beautifully into yourself and your life, that flourishes. And it's just like, we have to give ourselves the love that we're looking for. If you weren't so focused on all of the bad, like things wouldn't be so bad. You know what I mean? They say that the stress that you feel and the pain and everything like that, it brings you more trouble than not. So like being stressed out causes you more negativity and more bad stuff than just not stressing about it. If that makes sense. Like a little bit of stress is healthy, you know, because it's like, okay, cool, I care, I have, you know, importance for things like that. But like too much stress is gonna raise your cortisol levels and just like fuck everything up in your body, and it's not good for you. It's really bad for you. You know what I mean? They say that like things manifest inside of your body. Your nervous system tells you things, and when you don't listen, it will show you things. And so there's people that say they've had really crazy forms of diseases and all of this stuff like that, and when they change their lifestyle, they change their mindset, they're healing themselves. They're taking away these diseases and this stuff, and like, what? You know, like growing up in America, you know, whatever, but like Western medicine, you're sitting here like, bro, how could you cure yourself of cancer? How could you cure your MS? How could you cure your, you know, whatever, Alzheimer's or whatever it's going to be? But they're like, bro, exercise and eating good nutrition and taking care of myself and loving myself. That's all it is. That's all it takes. And you're like, bro, what the fuck? That's it? That's it? Bro, what? That seems too easy. Seems too freaking easy. But they say you just have to surrender. You have to surrender. And you have to find a way to make peace. We're on to the second envelope. These are going to be from my friends. My friends and other people that that answered this question. So I appreciate you. Every single one of y'all. Not going to name you out unless I normally do. But one person, this person's initials J. So thanks, J. They gave me two separate things. They say for the short term, exercise, time in nature, artwork, talking with loved ones, cold water therapy, all really helps. Long-term therapy, community support, and finding ways for self-care. And 1,000%. Self-care looks different for everybody. It might take you a couple tries and a couple things to figure out what self-care means to you and like how that fits into your life. But take, you know, everything in this world is going to bring us down. So build yourself up. Build yourself up. This next person said that they respond and communicate with others. That's one way that they like deal with their traumas and bad energies. I feel like this approach isn't for everybody just because it's not easy for confrontation. I am a confrontational person because I have to be, and because mama ain't raised no bitch. Thanks, mom. But just in general, like I really get so anxious and like sweaty and like really, really full of anxiety whenever I have to have like a tough conversation with somebody. But you know, most of the time it's always better after. I'm saying most of the time because there's been quite a few times where it does not work out in the favor that I have wanted it to. And that's okay. That's also on me, you know, delivery is important too. So yeah. But if that is for you, you know, responding and communicating is important. Communication is really important, and comprehension is also really important. So when they say communication is key, it's like, no, communication and comprehension is key. This person, their initials K, they say their mantra is it in my control? Did I cause this negativity? And if their answer is no, then they're good and they're able to let that go. This other person's initial is J. They say they do daily recentering as often as needed, mindfulness and breath work. It's very, very hard to be mindful, but I definitely do try to practice it as often as I can, and especially breath work. I think breath work makes it easier for people to be mindful. That's like a really easy meditation practice, is to just count your breaths. And when you start doing that kind of stuff, you have literally no idea how freaking hard it is to just count each breath to 10 and then start over. Like you get to 4 and just start, you know, trailing away. And then you're like, oh wait, what number was I on? You know, and you got to start over. Mindfulness is really hard, but it's also really important because it takes you away from the anxiety of the future. It takes you away from like the regret and bullshit of the past. And it just brings you to the now. Like, bro, we're only here right now. Tomorrow is not promised. An hour from now is not promised. Just do your best. This person's initial is G. They said lots of therapy, a supportive people in their life, supportive partners, supportive friends, and spiritual practices. And, you know, I'm down to clown. Everybody who's saying therapy, I love you. Like, I'm glad that I have a safe space and I'm cultivating a safe space for people to have that, to have mental health issues, to need to go to therapy, to need to take medication, to be all right chemically. And I'm grateful and thankful that I am in this space. So thanks for being here. This initial said their initial C, and they said that they have a good cry sesh and they just ball their whole face off, and that they get a nice hormone flood after. And y'all know me. Y'all know I'm a crier. Y'all know I support this 1000%. Let it go, baby. Let it all go. Let those waterworks flow, baby. Release the dam. Hell yeah. Cry it out. This next person's name is Jay. Sup, Jay. They said they just close the door and lock it away. Are you okay? Blink twice. This is also really funny. This is one person at one of my more recent jobs that calls me Shani. Not a lot of people call me that unless I like explicitly ask them to call me that. And it's because I say, my friends call me Shani, you can call me Shani. And so it tickles me because this coworker would be like, hey Shani, and I'd be like, who the fuck told him my name? Like, bruh, I appreciate you. I appreciate you taking notice. Like, and I told him that, and he's like, no, I did notice that every time I say, hey Shani, you look at me weird. And I was like, it's just because if you notice, no one here calls me that. So, like, bro, I don't know. Oh my god, I can see like how red I'm getting. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, guys. I don't recommend locking it away, bro. This episode is called Letting It Go. Baby doll, don't lock it anywhere. Don't lock it anywhere. Open it up and sit with it and then let it go. Okay? I don't recommend this. I don't do your thing, follow your heart, baby, but I personally do not recommend. This person's a really good response. This person is initials. The next three initials are A, so that's super funny. So this is A. They said, raise your vibration and bad energy can't come into your reality. Okay. What's that word? I'm trying to come up with some insult, but it's not going to work out, so I'm just going to shut up. You're right. When you vibrate at a higher frequency, better shit comes for you. Better doors open, better people come into your life. And then you don't have to worry about no negative stuff. But that's a lot of practice. So start practicing that, you guys. I'm trying every day. That's all I got to say about that. This next person is also initial A. They said that they focus on themselves. They read self-growth books. They take yoga. They avoid situationships. And they said, I heal me. Which I don't know what that means. It seems kind of like omnipotent, but like, that's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool. We all should heal ourselves. You know what I mean? Like, the only person that really should be able to like heal you is like your pet. You know, and like that's not what they're there for either, but whatever. Self-growth books, y'all know I'm about that. I'm reading one right now. It's about mindfulness for women. Trying to read more books to help unlock that because I just feel like I'm too much of a man, you know, I'm too fucking manly. But yeah, I've spent a good portion of my life in my masculine energy only, and so I feel like I'm trying to find the softer side. And it's not easy, I'm gonna tell you that. It ain't easy, but we're doing our best. We're trying. Every day we're trying, right? Every day we're freaking trying. That's it. This last one is good. I forgot to look these up. And I have one more that my friend wrote to me today that I'm going to try to summarize it. Alexis, I'm sorry. This isn't Alexis's. This is someone else's. This one says yoga, EMDR, and IFS therapy. And if I remember correctly, it's something about either like noise or movement. And that is like the type of therapy, but I could be totally just pulling that right out of my butt because I just have no idea. and my computer's not even on, so I can't even like just Google it really quick. And I'm using my phone, obviously, and I'm just like, Google it. Google it. EMDR, IFS therapy. My last one that I'm gonna talk about is my friend Alexis. She says I could always mention her by name, so here we are. But she says that it's a couple things that she does to kind of like help try to take herself out of like these situations and these like mental states. But she says one situation is to try to avoid like being in the same situation before. So these were like physical situations where she was unsafe. And she says that now she's a lot more cautious, a lot more defensive, a lot more aware of her surroundings. But she says not to be like living in that fear, but so that that never happens. Oh my God. Oh my God. So that never happens again. And so I could see that. I could see that, just in terms of like being a woman and being safe and feeling safe. Um she said another thing is that a lot of times she like seeks out that energy because she wants to help people and she wants to fix people and she wants to like save people. And I feel like that's something that I feel like a lot of us can relate to, maybe not in the same regard, but we choose things that we deem are savable, and a lot of the times it's because we see our potential in that person. It's not because that person, isn't the same, doesn't have potential XYZ, that they're not capable of doing it, but they say that a lot of times when we have those feelings towards other people about like, oh, I can help them, oh, they can do so much with their lives and blah 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 blah, but it's like what you're seeing is what you would do with that scenario and with that, situation. Like you're seeing what potential you would have if it was you in that situation versus like the potential that they have in their situation, if that makes sense. But overall, I want to thank Rebecca for bringing this topic up. I didn't get your response on how you deal with this, but I mean, you were asking like, how do you deal with this? And I'm like, girl, I cry a lot. I cry a lot and I have outbursts and I don't know. I don't have a good answer. I don't have a good response. But I'm really really sure that like I'm so in tune. I'm so in tune. Like the universe is working for me. You know what I mean? And it's because I'm working with it. I'm working to help myself be in a better place and be in a better position and feel better and be better. Cuz that's my main priority, is that like I just want to know that I've done all that I can. I've been the best person that I can. I've been the best partner. I've been the best family member. I've been the best friend. I've been the best colleague. Like that's, for me, I want to be the best. I want to be the best of everybody, but I want to be my best. And I think that if you come from a place of just wanting better for yourself, if you have kids, wanting better for your kids, if you have a partner or whatever, wanting better for your partner, like it's going to come from you. It's got to come from within, regardless of what it is. And a big thing is to just sit with it. Sit with it, figure out what it is, figure out why it's there, and we have to let it go. As always, I'm talking to myself in these videos. I'm talking to me because this is all shit I struggle with. This is all stuff I want to know. And yeah. I love y'all. I'll see you this weekend. And yeah, keep it cool. If this stupid remote ever works.